The year is 1885. The place, a small saloon in the middle of nowhere. A group of men are sitting at a table playing cards when the door opens and a man walks in. He's tall and handsome with a thick mustache and a silver dollar sign on his shirt. He introduces himself as Wyatt Earp and sits down at the table. As soon as he does, one of the men at the table says, "Your wife is too fat to ride." Wyatt looks at him and smiles. "That's a fact, but it's not for you to worry about. Now get out of here before I throw you out." The man stands up and says, "I was just trying to help you out, but if you don't want my help, fine." And with that, he walks out of the saloon. Wyatt sits back down and continues playing cards until another man approaches the table. "You heard what he said, right?" Wyatt asks. The new man sits down and says, "Yeah, I did, but I think he's wrong. I bet your wife can ride." Wyatt looks at him and smiles. "You got yourself a deal." He walks out into the street and sees his wife, who's indeed very overweight, struggling to get onto a horse. He turns to the man and says, "All right, you want to bet you can ride? How about we make it to the next town over? It's about 20 miles. First one there wins." The man looks at Wyatt and smiles. "You're on." And with that, they're off, riding their horses as fast as they can. Wyatt takes the lead, but he keeps glancing back at the man. He can't believe how slow his wife is. She's barely keeping up with the other guy, but then something amazing happens. As they approach the next town, Wyatt's wife suddenly gets a burst of energy and she starts riding at a faster pace. She passes the other guy and keeps going until she reaches the saloon. She jumps off her horse and walks in, followed by Wyatt and the other guy. Everyone in the saloon stops to stare at her as she walks up to the bar and orders a drink. Wyatt turns to the other guy and says, "You lost." The guy looks at Wyatt and smiles. "No, I didn't. You said first one to the saloon, not first one to the bar." Wyatt looks at him and then at his wife, who's now sitting on a bar stool. He shakes his head and laughs. "You got me there, but I'm still going to make you walk back the way you came." The guy looks at Wyatt and then at the door. He shrugs and walks out. As Wyatt watches him go, he can't help but smile. His wife may be slow, but she sure knows how to ride a horse.